this, Ken?
I'll watch it.
Just wait at the bar for a second. I gotta get on.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, how you doing?
Favor and have a seat right over there in that stool, please.
Yeah.
He's like I just sat next to him at a sports bar or something. We were talking about, you know, a hockey game. And I said,
What are you up to tonight?
Come up, Jack, and come over and...
Please have a seat. Relax.
Come on.
Who asked you to come over exactly? Who asked you to come over?
Destiny?
Destiny. And how did you meet Destiny? How did you meet Destiny?
On the computer, she said hi and stuff.
She said hi and stuff. And who? Do me a favor and just keep your hands out of your.
I'm fine.
Okay. Now, Kevin, you've had some contact with the law before.
That's correct.
Tell me about that.
This child, there was a child, I forget what it is.
Child solicitation?
They said I came out to meet some girl, I guess.
So let me get this straight. You were accused of doing the very same thing that you're out doing tonight.
I had no intention of this.
All right, let's go back to the other case for a minute. You pleaded guilty to solicitation of a minor for sex.
It's a plea.
It was a plea.
Yeah.
You pleaded guilty.
Correct.
And you got sentenced for that plea, correct?
That's correct.
11 months.
Correct.
In fact, next week, on Thursday, you have to go to court.
Correct.
And they're going to decide whether or not you're going to become a registered sex offender.
Yes.
And then you're going to go to prison.
Correct.
What then are you doing in this house? Less than a week before you're supposed to be in court and go to prison for doing the very same thing.
Stupidity, because I didn't expect this to be like that.
So what, it's my fault?
No, it's not your fault. I'm not saying that.
She says, I like kissing. You say, would you get naked? I just don't want to get cold, she says. You say, have sex? Now, a moment ago, you told me this wasn't a sexually oriented conversation. That was a lie, too, wasn't it?
I was just talking.
Just talking. It would be fun, then, okay? You say, then I'm big. She says, really? Yeah, how? Then you give the dimension of your penis. That's not sexual?
Just BS talk.
Just BS talk.
To me it was.
Okay, so that BS talk got you sentenced to prison once already. And less than a week before you're supposed to go to court and prison, you are here in this house trying to meet a 13-year-old girl home alone.
I'm stupid. I'm weak. It's just this. I have no intentions of having sex with her.
Yeah. How can you say that?
That's what I said, but I didn't.
Why should I believe that?
I'm telling you the truth.
You didn't tell me the truth when you answered the first 6 questions I asked. You lied then.
No, I didn't plan on having sex.
Well, come on. What did you plan on doing?
I was just gonna plan on meeting her and say hi, how you doing? And that's it.
And that's it.
That's it.
So less than a week before you're supposed to go to court, where you're probably going to be designated a registered sex offender,
Yes.
and then you're going to go to prison
That's correct.
for 11 months
That's
after pleading guilty to solicitation of a child for sex. You just figured, oh, I'm just going to pop in and have a nice little conversation with a 13-year-old girl. That's your story?
That is my story, sir.
Sheriff's Department.
I want you to take a seat in that chair over there. In the back, the black chair. The sheriff's office would take the handcuffs off and everything like that. Not one for the road.
No.
You understand what I mean by
I
that?
know exactly what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. That was not my intent. I learned my lesson the first time.
Obviously not.
No,
Right? Obviously not.
I wasn't coming.
Chatting with the 13-year-old female about your penis size on the internet, and you drove about, what, an hour and a half to get here to meet a 13-year-old female in the middle of the night who you knew by looking at the chest her parents weren't home. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
I am required in this hearing to make a determination as to whether or not I believe, based upon the facts presented, the defendant will commit future sex offenses. In this case, you've made it very clear, Mr. Westerbeck, as to whether or not you'll commit future offenses. This court will make a finding, and I make this finding beyond a reasonable doubt, that you are likely to commit future crimes based upon the evidence before the court today. With that determination, the court will make a finding that you are a sexual predator.